Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today and Happy New Year. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. After a suspected Israeli attack in Beirut on Tuesday, 7 members of the Palestinian militant group, including one of its most influential founding members, were killed. According to Lebanese and Palestinian security officials, powerful blasts rocked a nearby neighborhood, which killed Hamas leader Saleh al-Aruri. The militant group released a statement confirming his death. Israel has plans to hunt down and kill all Hamas leaders who had a hand in the October 7th attacks, and this is believed to be one of the first. Paul Salem, president of the Middle East Institution, said he believes that this is an escalation in the Israel war against Hamas. According to Japanese local authorities, as of January 3rd, at least 73 people had been confirmed killed after a 7.5 magnitude earthquake struck the west coast of Japan on Monday. The prefecture's official website added that an unknown number remained missing, as authorities continue searching for those trapped under rubble or in cutoff areas. Many such survivors are now at shelters, but relief is limited. With no heat and no water, the Japan Self-Defense Forces is working with local government, police, and fire departments to coordinate search and rescue operations. Meanwhile, also in Japan, a commercial airline was seen in flames on the tarmac at Tokyo's Haneda Airport after it collided with an aircraft involved in earthquake relief efforts. Miraculously, all 379 passengers on board Japan Airlines Flight 516 and 12 crew members were safely evacuated. Yet 5 out of 6 crew members died on the second aircraft, according to Japan public broadcaster NHK. Japan has launched two probes to investigate the deadly crash. On Tuesday, Harvard President Claudine Gay announced that she's stepping down just 6 months into her presidency amid a storm of controversy at the university. Gay wrote in a letter to the Harvard community, quote, "After consultation with members of the corporation, it has become clear that it is in the best interest of Harvard for me to resign so that our community can navigate this moment of extraordinary challenge with a focus on the institution rather than any individual," end quote. Gay's resignation comes during a period of extreme turmoil at one of America's most prestigious universities and marks the end of the presidency of the first Black president and second woman in Harvard's nearly 400-year history. BlendJet Incorporated is recalling nearly 4.8 million portable blenders after receiving reports of blades breaking off as well as the product overheating or catching fire. According to a notice posted last Thursday by the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the company has heard of 329 incidents in which BlendJet 2 portable blenders blades broke off while in use, and an additional 17 reports of overheating or fires that have resulted in property damage claims of roughly $150,000. BlendJet has also received 49 reports of minor burn injuries and 1 laceration injury. BlendJet said in a news release, quote, "While none of the reported incidents resulted in serious injury or significant property damage, out of an abundance of caution, our company updated the base of the BlendJet 2 to feature thicker blades and an improved electrical configuration," end quote. Manufactured in China, the recalled product was sold at stores nationwide and online from October 2020 through November 2023 at Target, Walmart, and Costco. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
It's that time of the year again, flu season. Getting vaccinated against the flu and COVID-19 can help keep you, your family, and your community healthy. You can even get both vaccines at the same time. Visit mass.gov/flushot to learn more.
Welcome back. On Tuesday, January 2nd, Braintree's new mayor was inaugurated at the town hall. Being sworn in by Massachusetts Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, Erin Joyce took her spot as Braintree's new mayor. The ceremony included some words from Mayor Joyce. Here's more.
To say that I'm honored to be standing here this evening as Braintree's third mayor and first female mayor is certainly an understatement. It's a huge honor for me and for my family, and I'm eager to get to work on behalf of our residents. As mayor, I will also ensure that Braintree is actively engaged in regional discussions around housing issues, especially as they relate to filling the housing needs of our residents and supporting businesses and their workers looking to make investments in our town. I've listened to many voices in the past year talk about our need for affordable housing, senior housing, workforce housing, and we want that housing to be the right fit for Braintree. We've got a lot of work to do on that front, and we're ready to get to it. I remain very concerned about the fiscal challenges we have moving forward. During our campaign, I highlighted that Braintree's fiscal year 2024 budget has a $4.3 million spending deficit. That was balanced using free cash. Early projections for fiscal year 2025 point to a significantly wider deficit, upwards of $10 million, primarily driven by fairly negotiated collective bargaining agreements and significant increases to special education costs. In the coming months, I will prepare a plan in conjunction with the school committee and the superintendent to stabilize this situation, and I will share those findings with residents. The path forward is going to be a challenge, but we will get to work right away.
Before the main event, Town Clerk James Casey swore in the Braintree Housing Authority, their Library Board of Trustees, School Committee, and Town Council. Right after the inauguration, the Town Council met for a reorganization of the council and to vote in their new president and vice president. Here's more.
Council Baraka has selected the lowest card. Do you like to make a nomination?
Thank you, Clerk Casey. I would like to nominate Councilor Ryan.
Councilor Ryan, do you accept this nomination?
Yes, I do.
Councilor Moran, you got the second nomination process.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I nominate Shannon Hume.
Councilor Hume, do you accept the nomination?
Yes.
Is there any other member of the council wishing to make another member, council member for nomination, to put their name in for nomination? Seeing none, motion to close the nominations will be in order. We have a second. Okay, with that, Councilor Ryan. Those all in favor of Councilor Ryan to serve as the council president, please raise your hand. Clerk of the council, please count the names, state the names and the number of votes we received.
We have Councilor Flaherty, Councilor Ryan, Councilor Baraka, Councilor Rengus, Councilor Quilty. That's 5 in favor.
Okay. Seeing that the first nominee has reached the majority level, Councilor Ryan, congratulations. You have now become the new council president for the 2024-2025 season.
Thank you.
Councilor Moran? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Is opposed? We have unanimous consent for Councilor Ryan as council president.
I, Charles Ryan,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
perform all the duties
perform all the
and
duties
responsibilities
and responsibilities
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
by my election
by my election
as council president
as council president
of the Braintree Town Council
of the Braintree Town Council
in accordance with the bylaws and ordinances,
in accordance with the bylaws and
of the town of
ordinances
Braintree,
of the town of Braintree,
the council rules of order,
the council rules of
and
order,
the general laws of the Commonwealth of
and the
Massachusetts.
general laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I leave the floor to you.
Very much. Thank you.
Rangers, please stand up. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and impartially perform all the duties and responsibilities
perform all the duties and responsibilities
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
by my election
by my election
as Council Vice President
as Council Vice
of the
President
Braintree Town Council
of the Braintree Town Council
in accordance with the bylaws and ordinances
in accordance with the bylaws and
of the
ordinances
Town of Braintree,
of the Town of Braintree,
the Council Rules of Order,
the Council Rules of
and the
Order,
general laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
and the general laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Council
Thank you.
Vice President.
On another note, a house fire on Hobart Avenue in Braintree turned deadly over the weekend. A spokesperson for the Braintree Fire Department said a 911 caller reported the fire shortly after 4 a.m. last Saturday. First responders found heavy flames and smoke coming from the home, but a ceiling collapse and holes in the floor delayed firefighters from knocking down the flames. The bulk of the fire was then knocked down at about 6:30 a.m. As crews searched the house, they found 85-year-old John Sullivan dead in his room, which was next to the room where the fire was concentrated. No one else was in the home at the time. A Braintree man has pleaded guilty in connection with an elaborate money laundering conspiracy. Chengzu Liu pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit money laundering as well as possession with intent to distribute marijuana. Officials said Liu was charged in July of 2022 along with 7 others in connection with elaborate money laundering and money transmitting conspiracies. It is alleged that the defendants used the business China Gourmet, a restaurant in Boston's Chinatown neighborhood, to run a large-scale scheme that involved the laundering of drug proceeds and proceeds from stolen or fraudulent gift cards. Officials said Liu was a large-scale marijuana trafficker who laundered his drug proceeds through China Gourmet. Officials said, quote, on at least 3 occasions, Liu was observed delivering bags of cash that contained tens of thousands of dollars in drug proceeds to the restaurant, which then wired to accounts in the U.S. and China, end quote. The Braintree Public Schools have released applications for kindergarten registration for all Braintree families who have a child eligible to attend kindergarten in September 2024. To qualify, students must be 5 years old by August 31st and must reside in the town of Braintree. The registration portal will be open on Family Connection Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024, and will run through Friday, January 19th, 2024. Any family registering after January 19th will be placed on a waitlist as they evaluate the number of families requesting half-day and full-day programming. Notification of placement in the kindergarten program will be made via email to all families by February 29th. Registration for all eligible Braintree kindergarten students can be done online at braintreeschools.org/registrations. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Meet James. He was surprised to find out that he has elevated blood pressure, which could turn into high blood pressure. So he talked with his doctor about a healthy path to get his numbers down. He quit smoking, which makes a big difference for his overall heart health. He also cut down on salt by watching out for high sodium on food labels and added a 30-minute walk 5 days a week to his routine. These healthy steps weren't easy, but lowering his blood pressure was worth it. Learn more about his healthy path.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. 2 men from Randolph and Quincy are facing murder charges in connection with the shooting of a Boston man on Geneva Avenue on Saturday. 19-year-old Tyrese Robinson of Randolph and 21-year-old Dasan Crowder of Quincy were arrested by members of the Boston Police Department's fugitive unit around 12:30 p.m. on Sunday in the area of 380 Talbot Avenue. According to police, at the time of the arrest, both Robinson and Crowder were wanted on warrants for murder issued out of Dorchester District Court for the shooting death of 41-year-old Curtis Effie of Boston. Effie was pronounced dead at the scene on Saturday night. On New Year's Eve, several vehicles at a Weymouth apartment complex were damaged by gunfire. Weymouth police confirmed that they are actively investigating a report of shots fired at the complex located on Mediterranean Drive. WCVB reported that a black SUV with a shattered driver's side window and what appeared to be a bullet hole was on scene at the Havana Weymouth apartments. There was also a silver car with a shattered rear windshield that was being towed from the scene. Weymouth police are not releasing any additional information, only saying the shooting remains under active investigation. The discovery of human remains near the Blue Hills Reservation last Friday led police investigators on a search in a neighborhood behind the home in the area. Massachusetts State Police spokesperson Dave Procopio said the partial human skeletal remains were originally discovered earlier in the week, and investigators were searching for additional remains or evidence. Procopio said in a statement, quote, "There is no indication yet about who the skeletal piece is or whether additional remains are in the area, or if this discovery was the result of a criminal act," end quote. The new year is bringing in some changes at local hospitals like Mass General Brigham, who are now requiring staff to wear masks. Beginning January 2nd, the hospital will require healthcare staff who interact daily with patients to wear masks. Patients and visitors will also be strongly encouraged to wear masks, and Mass General Brigham said in a statement, quote, "Our masking policies are based on the current respiratory illness rates in our communities," end quote. Mass General Brigham hospitals and clinics include Massachusetts General Hospital, Mass Eye and Ear, Brigham and Women's Hospital, the Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital, McLean Hospital, Newton Wellesley Hospital, and Salem Hospital. A new study found that more and more people are moving out of Massachusetts as the mass exodus from the state continued in 2023. United Van Line's 47th annual National Mover Study found that Massachusetts was among the most moved from states last year. The moving company said that 56.6% of its customers in Massachusetts moved out as opposed to the 43.4% that moved in. The only question is, why are people moving out of the state? Well, the study found that the majority of people who left did so for a job, retirement, lifestyle, or family-based reasons. United Van Line's Vice President of Corporate Communications, Eileen Cummings, said in a statement, quote, "We are continuing to see the trend that Americans are moving to more affordable, lower density areas across the country, with many heading to southern states," end quote. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. This week in entertainment, we have 3 new movie recommendations for you to watch. First, Rebel Moon focuses on a peaceful settlement on the edge of a distant moon that finds itself threatened by the armies of a tyrannical ruling force. A mysterious stranger living among its villagers becomes their best hope for survival. The film stars Sofia Boutella, and you can watch Rebel Moon now on Netflix. Next, Wonka follows a young and poor Willy Wonka who has dreams of opening up a shop in a city famed for its chocolate until he discovers that the industry is run by a cartel of greedy chocolatiers. The film stars Timothée Chalamet, and you can watch Wonka now in theaters. Finally, The Iron Claw follows the true story of the Von Erich brothers, who make history in the intensely competitive world of professional wrestling in the early 1980s. Under the shadow of their domineering father and coach, the brothers seek larger-than-life immortality on the biggest stage in sports. The film stars Zac Efron and Jeremy Allen White. You can watch The Iron Claw now in theaters. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.